Hey everybody, this is Mike with the One Stop Co-op Shop, and today I'm looking at Act 2 of Descent Legends of the Dark. I got a review copy of this one. And I'm going to jump right into the gameplay of the first scenario. You don't have to have finished Act 1. I never did. You can watch. They have like a story that kind of summarizes what happened in Act 1 and also lets you make some choices, since there were a lot of like character decisions you can make during the game. And if you like the content on the One Stop Co-op Shop, consider supporting us through Patreon. You get early access to our videos and exclusive videos every month you can't see anywhere else. You can also watch our separate streaming channel for even more content, listen to our weekly podcast, or join the conversation on our Discord. So here we go. We're using the new platform that's like part of the box, but also can become something to raise the verticality even more than they did in the original game. And we got, oh my gosh, a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, and 2 movement will get you up or down a ladder. Clear enough. And I just realized there's flavor text. The flight from the refugee column to the besieged walls of the Citadel feels like an eternity, but in truth it is only moments. And then, another level. A sudden summer squall, common enough on the plains of western Terranauth, begins to blow in, turning the sky the color of hammered lead. It is hard not to read the heavy clouds as an omen in light of this unexpected attack. Oh, what a bunch of stuff! The Uthuk incursion is focused on the library tower. Flames spread perilously through the structure. Okay, when a hero adjacent to a fire attacks, they may add 1 success to their roll. When an enemy adjacent to a fire attacks, they add 1 damage to their attack. Okay, so it's kind of like the opposite of barricades, where you suffer for having fire next to you. Okay, and here we go. Sir Balthan and his Illyrian knights relay you swiftly to the top of the besieged library tower. You must determine what the Uthuk are after, but the safety of the Citadel and its people is your most important goal. Place the heroes in the indicated spaces. Here we go. We have the new versions of Brynn and Galladin all grown up. And here we go. Try not to like mess up my diorama here, but we've got our characters placed. An imperious Uthuk snatches up a tome, easily snapping the chain that binds it to the lectern. My, the children who play it being heroes, emboldened, I suppose, by their victory over that idiot Nekrul. Your home still drowned in blood and anguish, though, didn't it? Okay, we got a Viper Legionnaire Uthuk Thief. Took me a minute to find them. They're one of the new ones. Oh, then we have, I think these are from the old set. Let me check. Flayed Kindred look like the old Berserkers and Blood Witch. Yep, there we go. The Uthuk Thief snarls a command at her underlings and vanishes into the smoke-filled hallway. I don't have time for buzzing gnats. Leave their bones to blacken in the flames. Remove the Uthuk Thief. I just found that miniature. Come on. You must dispatch the Uthuk in this tower before they are able to cause more damage. Defending the Citadel must remain your priorities, that the refugees you lead may find a safe haven. Even so, the Uthuk Thief should not be allowed to escape with her prize. If she leaves the Citadel with that book, you may never recover it. Alright, so our objective is to defeat the Uthuk in the tower, and then optionally try to stop the thief. Alright. So let's meet our characters again. You would have seen these in the original one-stop videos. So this is Brynn, who's now a Baroness in her own right. She's still got 3 speed, but 14 life instead of 10. And on the current side, she's got Press On as an action. She can maneuver, move up to 3. Then her or a hero in line of sight performs an action. After that action, flip this card. So she can, it's kind of like the same as her original one to rush in and do an attack, like kind of a charge, but she can also help out somebody else. And she's got 2 options for how to spend her surges, her lightning bolts. And now they have Technique. This is a common thing you'll see, especially for Brynn, where she'll have access to different bonuses based on her current weapon. For both the left and the right, she always gets success, but for the left one, if she's using a slashing or lumos weapon, she can also discard 2 fatigue from somebody. And for the right, if she's using crushing or ignos, she does have a crushing at the moment, she can discard all conditions from a card. And currently she's got an upgraded Avenging Warhammer. All the skills and items are so far from Act 1, but I guess we'll get some Act 2 stuff pretty quickly. So it's got 4 damage, and for a fatigue, during your attack, add 2 successes. After this attack, if the enemy is defeated, you may discard 1 fatigue. So do a ton of damage, and then potentially just get the weapon right back. And then for both of them, to keep things a little bit simple, I went for 2 more expensive skills, because they had 4 XP to spend. And mainly looking for a lot of extra attacks. So for this one, during your turn, shift 1 toward an enemy that's not adjacent, then attack it. That's a free attack for 2 fatigue, but not an action. Pretty awesome. And then Whirlwind, if she can get next to 2 people, attack 1 enemy, then attack another enemy, then flip this card. Pretty great. She's got armor that will give her a free defense every time she blocks, and also let her intercede herself for somebody else when they get attacked, which is going to go well with her other flipped ability later. And she's got something that'll randomly help her with skill checks, and then she's got some potions. Whereas Galladin's giving out conditions even more, so his Bewilder for 2 fatigue, he can confuse or expose an enemy. And then he gets successes, and he can also prepare a card or shift 1. Preparing is one that lets you flip a card. And if you haven't seen the original Descent, you'll build up fatigue on these cards and also conditions and things. And then when you take a ready action to flip them or have a prepare token to let you do it, you get rid of all the tokens on them as well. So Galladin's starting with the Bloodwood Bow, 4 range, a piercing weapon. 3 attack, and during your attack, add 2 successes. If the enemy is 3 more spaces away from you, reduce its ability's cost by 1. Pretty amazing. Both my weapons allow us to add a ton of free successes. Outflank, before another hero's attack, if the enemy is within range of your weapon, that hero may add 1 blue die. Ridiculous, because you usually only roll 1 die for an attack. And then Last Mercy, for an action, attack an enemy, add 1 success for each status the enemy has. Actually, you know what? I think I wanted to keep, Death Shadow first. During your attack, if the enemy has a status, you get a free surge. And then for a surge, you can doom the enemy and give him even more negative status effects. And he does more damage to people who are already damaged. And when he defeats people, he gets some free bonuses. All right, but let's jump in and have Brynn go first. So Brynn's got 3 movement. I guess we could mess with the fire or the table first, but I just want to kind of smack some things. So you can go 1 and then 2, 3 to move down the ladder. Ooh, and end up adjacent to both of them. She can use her whirlwind ability. And that's her free maneuver. You get 1 free maneuver, 1 movement action every turn. You don't have to use all your movement before your actions. You can kind of split them up. So if I had like move 2, I could attack and then move again. And then you get 2 regular actions. The first one she's going to use is Whirlwind. For 1 action, that's what the arrow means. I can attack an enemy, then attack another enemy, and then it's going to flip automatically to its adaptive tactics side. All right, let's see. Who do I want her to attack? Let's check out our enemies. They both have 3 defense. The Flayed Kindred has 33. The Blood Witch has 34. Flayed Kindred has 3 weaknesses, and 1 thing they're strong to. I'm playing in heroic difficulty, by the way, if I didn't already say that. And the Blood Witch has 2 weaknesses and 1 strength, or 1 resistance, I should say. So she'll start out with the Blood Witch first. Rolling a black die for just 2 successes. So probably not going to do very much, but we can at least see. All right, so that was the Avenging Warhammer. 2 successes. Let's see if she is weak to crushing weapons. Not weak, not strong. And 6 damage out of 33 or 34, whatever she was, is not much. Okay, now the attack on the Flayed Kindred. Here we go. Let's hope that I roll better this time. Gosh darn it. Okay. But I'll use the Avenging Warhammer, so I get to do 4 stars instead of 2. Oh, darn, I totally forgot about Galladin's Outflank ability. But they only have 4 range, which, would have reached the Witch, but not the Flayed Kindred, darn it. Well, that's fine. Let's see how this guy enjoys Warhammers. Oh, he's not weak or strong either, but that was a lot of damage. 13, nice. All right, and then that's going to automatically flip Whirlwind to Adaptive Tactics. For 3 fatigue, I can flip 1 other card. So I could, like, for example, since neither of them is weak to crushing, get my Warden's Blade going. Which, what the hey, I think I will do. That does max out Adaptive Tactics, but I can always take an action to flip it back over to a Whirlwind side. And then for Brynn's second action, let's just do a basic attack with the Warden's Blade. This one for fatigue, if I'm adjacent to another hero, I can add success. Clearly not as cool as the Avenging Warhammer, but I'll take what I can get. In this case, nothing. Well, I say something, but maybe this time I'll actually roll well. Okay. Is that better or worse? I guess that's better. Okay, so this is a slashing weapon, so if I choose the left one, I'll get 2 successes. And then me or an adjacent hero may discard 2 fatigue, which, hey, cool, we'll take 2 away from Adaptive Tactics. But that is only 2 slashing on the Flayed dude. Come on, be weak to it. Oh, no, that's the one that he's strong against. Awesome. I really glad I flipped that. But he's down to 16. Let's see if Galladin can try to finish him off. All right, now Galladin's up, and I probably should have had him go first so he could have flanked and all that stuff. But, so he can move up to 4. What the hell, let's get him down. Oh, that's right. His arrow thing will only work if he's farther away from the enemies. Well, I guess he can go 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that was 4 movement. And that'll put him 3 range from the blood guy. Other figures don't block line of sight. And he's going to use his Bewilder ability to expose. Confuse is a new condition, by the way, that'll make the enemies sometimes do crazy things like attack each other. That's all handled by the app. But he's going to expose the enemy, which is going to make it take more damage from heroes. That's why, again, I should have had him go first. And then let's have him attack. So the Bloodwood Bow, I can, for 2 fatigue, add 2 successes. But if the enemy is 3 more spaces away, which is exactly how far this guy is, it only costs 1. So we're going to use that without a doubt to make it plus 2 successes. And then Death Shadow, because the enemy has a status, in this case, the expose that it gave him, bring in a free surge, and we can choose to use it to doom the enemy. Doom meaning that at the end of his turn, instead of the expose going away, doom will go away instead. I don't know if we'll need that. Let's see how the actual roll goes. Oh, God, that was terrible. All right, so he's got 2 from the bow, and then 2 surges. So if he uses both of these, that'll be 3, 4 successes. He can shift 1, and he can prepare 1 card. Prepare meaning they can flip it for free. We'll put it on himself since he's already kind of full up on fatigue here. But all right, first of 4 actions. The guy's exposed, using the bow. 4 successes. That's right, we can shift to... Ooh, he's weak. Oh my gosh, 20 damage. Bloodthirsty Bracers trigger. If the that's right. We already knew about this. Yeah, so he took another 3 damage. Wow, that was more than I needed, wasn't it? The flayed kindred's corpse rise and steams as the infernal essence in its blood burns away at its mortal frame. Oh god, the nearest hero tests will 6. That's going to be +1. Now, I guess we have to somehow put into the app that it's Bryn testing, so the lucky, that seemed pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, we're already past it. Okay. The pluses, we could spend fatigue to turn them into successes, but clearly we don't need to. All right, so pass. Yeah, we got some leather from the cursed flesh. Wait, did we just take his flesh? Because he flayed it? I don't know if I want that. All right, that means just the Blood Witch is left, and Galadin can do something to her. Although, you know what? He got a free shift, so I'm actually going to shift over here, and let's check out these shelves, right? It's fun to stop fighting for a second and look at some shelving units. Maybe there is better. I'm not sure. I think line of sight would be the same either way. All right, Galadin, what's hiding in here? It's always books, bottles, and baubles. Let's look at books. You glance over the books, but find none of use to you unless Agility 4. That should be pretty easy. I have +1 Agility, so I'd have to roll the worst. Nope, we're good. 1, 2, 3, 4, +1, 5. Pass! You locate the heftiest... I thought this might be what they were doing. You locate the heftiest looking book and launch it across the room at your foe. The subsequent thunk sounds relatively harmless, but the unexpected projectile is a good distraction. All right, so we're going to enfeeble them, and one of us can focus a card. Ooh, enfeeble means that they'll do less damage, which is good. So I do have to enfeeble. Boop. And focus gives us a reroll. We'll give it to Bryn. All right, and with that, I think we've done as much as we can. We'll end the phase. All right, each of us can discard 1 fatigue, and if we had any infection and terror, we would suffer automatic damage or fatigue, but we don't. All right, Galadin, I want it off the bow for sure. And Bryn only has it on adaptive tactics, so she's ready to flip a card again. But first, what you got, Blood Witch? Target Bryn. Blood Mist. After the defense, the target suffers 1 damage for each scarred card. Oh, too bad we don't have any scarred cards. Now, the Blood Witch had 3 movement and preferred 3 range, so she'll actually run away. But I get to pick which way she goes. And she's impeded since she's next to Bryn, so she can only move 1 space. Her 3 range is reduced to 1, or 3 movement, I should say. So we'll have her go right there. So Galadin's got a nice primary bow shot against her, and Bryn can still easily catch her too. All right, that was 4 damage. My Skykeeper's going to give me 1 automatic success. Each success canceling 1 damage in this case, and Bryn is rolling a black die for defense. So that's, okay, 2, 3, and then we can spend fatigue. So let's go ahead and put it on the Warden's Blade, since that's not that great of an ability. And that will take care of us. No damage suffered. Nice job, Bryn. And that's it. Every second you delay, the thief gets farther away with the stolen book. Even if you do catch her, she will have had a chance to recover from your attacks. Oh, the Uthic Thief recovers 4 health and gets closer to her goal. Maybe we should move a little bit more instead of throwing books around. The fire burns eagerly, casting long, flickering shadows. Each hero within 2 spaces of a fire may focus 1 card. I'm assuming that ignores elevations. We'll say that Bryn can. Oh, but around the Blood Witch, a red toxic mist rises from the ground as they weave a curse into the air. Each hero within 3 spaces, that's all of us, suffers 1 fatigue. And Galadin will put it on himself because he can flip very easily, and Bryn will put it on her sword. All right, that was an eventful first round. Let's get to the next hero phase. I'm going to have Bryn go first again, but this time I got a plan. I want to actually get to that sight token and try to catch the thief a little bit. So she's 1 away from the witch. I'm going to use Into the Fray, so I can shift 1 toward an enemy and then attack it, which means I have not used my maneuver for 3 movement yet. And this time Galadin is definitely within range, so let's add an extra blue die to Bryn's attack. Into the Fray! And the witch didn't like or dislike crushing weapons. Let's see how she feels about slashing ones. Boom! Okay, that blue die got away. That seems decent. All right, so we have 2 successes, a surge, and we can create a success. Oh, geez, we don't really have much here that lets us put fatigue down, do we? There we go. Now, that is the worst result. Should I use one of my rerolls? Sure, let's use that reroll. There we go, that's a little bit better. So that was 3, 4 from the fatigue. And then I'll use this one, 5. Oh, I can discard 2 fatigue. Let's get into the fray right back, I guess. We have 5 slashing successes. Hopefully she's weak and she gets really hurt. Oh, that was big! Yeah! Okay, so Galadin can definitely finish her off. Wait, I'm dumb. I just realized if I try to move while I'm next to the witch, I'm still going to count as impeded and only get 1 move for my maneuver. So the max Bryn could go is 4. So I might as well have Bryn finish this person off and then have Galadin maybe rush forward. Yes, we'll do that. Just a basic attack for my second action. I'm sure that's way more than enough. All right, so what was that? 3. You be dead. Okay, way more than enough. Okay, removed. All right, now Bryn still got her maneuver. So first one will reveal the sight token. Then we still have 2 moves left. The cackling Uthuk moves down the corridor, prize clutched in her hand. She turns a sneer at you over her shoulder while she licks sticky wet blood from her fingers. You really should pick up the pace, my dear sweet Bryn. You don't want more deaths on your conscience, do you? Actually, Thief, I do. You don't know me. Don't pretend to know my motives. A familiar figure slumps in the hallway, clutching a jagged, miasmic wound in her belly. Gravia Kine, warden of the Citadel, gestures weakly after the fleeing Uthuk. You must stop her! Oh, so me being slow lets somebody get stabbed in the belly? Whoops. Okay, there's an Explore token. The Uthuk thief will not hesitate to attack anyone who stand in her way, but she seems focused on escaping with the stolen tome. Okay, the highlighted space, that's 1 space away, is the Uthuk thief's destination. After she activates, she will move toward it. If she reaches the space, she will remove from the board. Oh, the door out of the tower stands ajar. Flickering light, intense heat, and the din of combat echo up the stairwell. I wonder, if I get to that, can I close the door on her or something? Oh, what the? Amid the chaos of battle, Varric stoops to pick up a discarded object, a toy hobby horse with a battered wooden handle and a shabby leather head fashioned to look like an emerald-colored dragon. Imagine the look on a dragon lord's face to see herself depicted as a child's plaything. Varric's chuckle grows louder, and a flight of fancy leads them to softly speak a single word of ancient draconic power. Shatter. As the power of the whispered word rolls from Varric's lips, it is Varric's Fus Roda. The hobby horse bursts, scraps of leather, tufts of wool, stuffing, and splinters of wood shower the area. Varric grimaces at the destruction, then feels their knees buckle slightly beneath them. Foolish old beast, I should know better than expend such effort on a whim. Still, it has grown easier. When first I learned that word, such a whisper would have taken a far greater toll. The dragons would have us believe such power is beyond mere mortals, yet I was granted that power by one of them. Why? You're about to select your first legend. These powerful cards represent the heroic tales told of your heroes and reflect your growing renown in Terranoth. Let's go! Heroes can unlock only one side of each legend card for use in a campaign. The other side of the card cannot be equipped or used during that campaign. How Varric reacts will shape the way Terranoth remembers them. The group chooses. To help others understand the world, select Truth Speaker. Dream of a better future, select Dream Caller. Dream of a better future. The dragons demand fealty and claim that they are rulers by virtue of some inherent superiority, but surely my people will one day stand free of them. Dragons have no more right to rule than any creature, and we will no longer serve them. Alright, well, you get Dream Caller. You're not even in the party right now, Varric, but let's see what you got. There it is. Not that we'll be using it in the video, but Dream Caller. After you spend a surge, add 1. I forget what the pluses are called, but that's pretty dang good. All right. Oh, despite the battle raging below, you cannot leave the tower until you are certain there are no foes left here to threaten it. Discard this sight token. Okay, so what do we do here? Seems like I've already lost my chance to stop them. Because 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Yeah, I mean, Galadin could get... Oh, I wonder if I'm standing on the spot, can they get to it? Maybe not. All right, so let's have Bryn finish her 2 more movement left. I think that's how much she had. She'll get next to her friend to try to help them next turn. And yeah, Galadin will just use every movement. Oh, wait, no, that's not going to work because impeding, of course. Yeah, because it would actually be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, all movement goes away. Oh, dang, I forgot I could have used the Undertaker's Coat. Look, after you defeat an enemy, like Galadin did on the first turn, shift 3, discard 2, or focus a card. Blah. Well... So be it then. I think I'm just going to open this chest instead. So that's 2 of the 4 free maneuver points. And then let's see what they say. Test will. The chest lid bears a ghostly sigil, filling you with supernatural dread. Overcoming this magical ward requires a stalwart spirit. Galadin has no special bonus or penalty here. So that's 3, 4. Okay, might as well shift 1 after the roll. So 5. 5. You're closer opening the chest, but there's still some effort required. All right, we'll stay there. That's 1 more time. 2. Just 6, 5, 6. There we go. Just a bunch of materials. Okay. Okay, and then I shifted 1. I was next to there, right? So I'd move 2, so I have 2 left. We'll go right there. Sadly, that's it. So bye-bye thief, I guess. All right, we can discard 1. I'll do that off camera. Oh, wait. This attack targets a hero closest to the highlighted space, which is Bryn. After the defense, target must infect and stress 1 card or move 1 space away from the highlighted space. Wait a second. So are they going to move back to attack me? All right, so Bryn's closest to the highlighted space. It says move up to 2 to attack range 3, so they'll stop there. Gosh, it's a 8 damage attack. All right, come on, Bryn. Oh, that's not it. Oh, here, let's use my Warden's Blade to reroll, because that was pretty terrible. Okay, that's even worse. Oh well, 2 plus 3 from the armor, so she takes 5 damage down to 9. And then she can infect and stress one card or move one away. But here's the thing, I think Bryn's going to use Press On to move towards the person anyway. So infecting will only do damage at the start or at the end of the next round, so it won't affect anything if I flip it beforehand. Stress is a new one. It causes you to take fatigue whenever you would get rid of a condition, including itself, but that's just one fatigue, so that's not going to be too bad. Now let's see if this thief runs away after this activation. Oh, there we go. That's what I figured. Oh, it could have been impeded. Darn it. So if I had... I didn't know. Yeah, I mean, this is what happens when you play a scenario for the first time. So yes, they will be in the highlighted space. You catch a mocking look in the Uthuk's eye before she slips away from you. Too slow, fools! Remove the Uthuk thief from the map. Every second you delay, the thief gets farther away with the stolen book. Even if you do catch her, she will have had a chance to recover from your attacks. Wait a second. I thought she was gone. Okay, now no one's adjacent to a fire, so we would have scarred something. Oh wait, are we supposed to go through the door out here? Maybe? Weird. To find out, let's have Galadin go first. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the free move. 1, 2, 3. Have one move left, but he'll use his action to investigate. Okay, with the tower clear of enemies, you are free to join the battle that rages below. Oh my gosh, more stuff. The lower halls are filled with smoke, chaos, and battle. The library is in a state of disarray. Scattered papers, fallen soldiers, and the smell of smoke tell you that the Uthuk invaders have already breached this place. Alright. The scholars and guards were caught unaware by the Uthuk raid. Those that could not flee were cut down where they stood. You push the door open and see the thief with bow raised. Persistent little thing arch you as she lets her arrow fly. The other Uthuk in the library move to her defense. Oh god, you suffer 8, but might or agility negate. If you suffer any damage this way, infect one card, and then I gotta spawn the Uthuk thief. Oh, maybe I should just let her escape, right? Alright, so might or agility doesn't matter. Those are not great rolls. 1, 2, 3. Let's go ahead and do, after this roll, shift 1 to try to chase after her more, but I am taking 4 damage after that. I have to infect a card, but I'll infect the one that I can just flip immediately anyway. Okay, the Uthuk thief will not hesitate to attack anyone who stands in her way, but she seems focused on escaping. Okay, we already knew that. Okay, now she's trying to reach there. Oh, we got a berserker. All right, this time I'm going to try to get in her way if I can. A scholar holds a borrowed sword in an unsteady hand. The attackers have the young orc surrounded, but for now she is warding them off with wide, clumsy strikes. Hey, Safar, I think you might just die. Oh, wait. Okay, we're getting another legend. Let's go. Galadin stops, crouching low to investigate a trio of fallen Citadel soldiers. Uthuk venom. The pain was excruciating. In the end, death would have been a relief. You've seen this before? This poison claimed some of my fellow Evan Narilam when the demons overwhelmed us. No one deserves this. How Galadin reacts will shape the way Terranith remembers him. Pursue your foe over trackless distance. Select Long Strider. To track your quarry with Tireless Resolve, select Far Strider. Those sound really similar. Tireless Resolve, sure, Far Strider. The demons that drive the Uthuk revel in the pain they inflict. I will not rest until I find them and send them back to the Infernal. Alright, Far Strider. After using an ability that costs 2 or more fatigue, discard 1 from another card. That's pretty nice. Alright. The battle rate is below the tower. You must stop the enemies here and then join your allies. Alright, you do another action. Okay. I still have 1 move left, but let's not use that. Let's shoot with the bow. Well, before I forget, let's flip this over with the prepare to not to have any poisoning. Silent signals. For 2 fatigue during your turn, any hero may shroud or prepare 1 card. Shroud means you protect yourself from being attacked, I think. Okay, for now, let's do the attack. Let's add 2 successes. Oh, they don't have anything to activate Death's Shadow. But we can use that flank if Bryn can get in range. Alright, so yeah, just +2 attack with the bow. +2 successes, I should say. Okay, that's not great. Alright, we'll add a fatigue to the bow to get to 4 successes. Piercing. After this attack, the enemy shifts 1 space toward the highlighted space unless you stress 1 card. We'll definitely stress 1. 9 damage. The enemy's health is less than 13 after this attack. It is defeated. Well, no. Oh, God. 117 life. But the enemy's exposed. That's good from the marksman's arrow. Okay, so I gotta stress something. I guess I'll stress Galadin. Nothing much going on with that right now. Alright, that brings us to Bryn. Oh, no, that's right. I think I had 1 move left. Oh, let's just say I didn't go here. Alright, so Bryn's going to say, sorry, guardsman, and use her free maneuver to go to there. Her first action to go here, and then she'll move there, using Into the Fray, so she'll shift 1 and then attack. Wait, actually, I guess, yeah, I'm going to use Press On, so she will take 1 fatigue. So before or after the flip? I will say it's before and do that. That'll get rid of her poison. Okay, and then she or another hero can take an action. She'll go ahead and take it to attack with the Warden's Blade. And Galadin will outflank to add a blue die to it. Of course, the guy has 150 life, so it's probably not going to do much. But that's 3 and That's right, discard up to 2. So we'll get rid of that and that. So that's 4 successes with the Warden's Blade. Oh, and they are strong against piercing, so that's not great. Let's see how this does. Oh, that was good. Do you have an injury? No, I don't have an injury. Weapon increases by 1. Okay. And then I got to stress something or he'll shift away. And sure, she can do this one now. All right, so I think that was it. See if they can still run away. Okay, resolve infection and tear. Each hero may discard 1. Oh, right, I just realized the thief is going to move away and then won't be impeded by us anymore. Yes, in this case, I guess she's going to attack for 7. Jeez. Again, I'm thinking maybe I'll just let her get away. This seems really tough. Okay. Oh, nice. Oh, wait, what am I doing? I don't get to roll. I'll get to roll 2 dice for that. Okay, 3 plus my armor 4. So she's down to 6 life now. And honestly, since I know I can't stop her, I will go ahead and shift 1 away instead of stressing and infecting something. All right, and then she moves 4 towards the highlighted space. She definitely does reach it. And remove her from the map. Come on, y'all. Oh no, after the defensive Berserker, I forgot they did this. He's going to get a second attack on Galladin as well. He's going to go here, attack for 7, and then I guess here and attack for 7. Brynn. Ooh, that was a good roll. So with her armor, she'll only take 2 if she fatigues twice. Hello, sword. Oh, and then Brynn can use strategic defense during your or another hero's defense, add 1 success. And then if that's not the enemy's first target, add a surge. It's going to apply to Galladin. All right, so it's 7 damage, but 3 stopped. Oh, that's right. Galladin's supposed to have 1 more max life from the coat. So 4 and 1 of these from Brynn. Now let's go ahead and prepare outflank to flip it. So 5 blocked, only 2 actual damage gets through. Not too bad. All right. Every second you delay, the thief gets... Yeah, I know. And she healed 4. Awesome. Oh, are there more enemies than heroes within 2 spaces of Sapphire? There are not, because there's nobody. With no enemies nearby to threaten her, the scholar takes the opportunity to rescue whatever material she can. She grabs several books and loads them into a backpack. Just run away! The fire dwindles. Even so, their warmth provides comfort. Each hero within 2 spaces of a fire, it's actually both of us, may focus 1 card. Okay. Because the number of fires on the map, afflicted enemies will suffer 1 extra damage during the next darkness phase. Alright, that's cool. Berserker howls with eyes gazing at Galladin. Alright, one thing I forgot to say last round is with the new Farstrider ability, when I spent at least 2 fatigue to activate Outflank, I could have taken 1 fatigue off of the Bloodwood bow. I know what I want to do here. I want to catch up to the dude. Unfortunately, I got to kill the Berserker now, or just, waste a ton of actions moving around him. And I guess I'll have Brynn go first? Sure, so she'll just attack, I guess? I don't have any good way to add any damage here. Oh, okay, that was pretty good. Do I have 2 fatigue to put somewhere? Sure, let's put him on Adaptive Tactics. That'll get me 4. No idea how strong. Oh my god, why does he have 63 life? What is going on? Oh, and great, he's strong in slashing attacks. Oh, man. I realized that I put fatigue on Adaptive Tactics, which would have let me spend 3 fatigue to flip my Warden's Blade and get a weapon that would hit him harder. Darn it. Now, you know what? What the heck? For my second action, I'm going to use Warrior's Breath. So it's 1 action. I can focus and prepare 1 card. I'll prepare my Warden's Blade to be able to flip it. Then I can heal 1 for each fatigue on it, which gets me to 6. And then I discard all fatigue on it, but whatever. I'm just going to flip it right away with the prepare anyway. Then for her maneuver, I guess she'll move 1. Although she's kind of blocking Galladin then. Speaking of Galladin, let's flip out flank over and get rid of all fatigue on it. Quick draw. After your attack, flip your attack card, then attack another enemy. Well, that's not helpful right now when there's only 1 enemy we can see. And do I have no way to add statuses to get Death Shadow to work? I'm not playing this well at all. What if I flip to my... Oh, that's right. No, that's slashing. I definitely want to flip to my daggers. We'll keep using the bow. All right, so he'll just do an attack, and the guy's not 3 more spaces away. He's right next to me. Oh, my gosh. So fatigue will make that 1. And then... Oh, after this I can shift 1. If only Brynn hadn't gotten in his way. I'm not sure what to do here, but let's go ahead and see how he likes 2 hits from the bow. Oh, he's weak. And a little bit of damage. But we completed a feat. What feat? Using your bow attack a confused enemy. That's pretty easy. Interact with a shrine. Oh, and she has become wounded. That should happen pretty quickly. You know what? I'm going to prepare a card. So I'm going to go ahead and flip Galladin over. That will cause 1 fatigue to something else because there was a stress on him. Okay, and then I can confuse or expose an enemy. Let's expose the guy, and then we'll attack again. This time, Death Shadow will give me a free, whatchamacallit, Surge. Oh my gosh. Yeah, there we go. I have a reroll. Let's reroll that. Okay, so 2 successes. I get a free Surge. Let's do 3 successes and a shift, I guess, and he's exposed. So what was it? 3 successes. Oh, that was a lot of damage. Unfortunately, he is definitely still alive. Okay, then I can shift 1. And I don't know, for the maneuver, go over to the treasure chest. Yeah, but Elfie Thief over there I think is going to be long gone. All right. Now targeting Galadin. Joker attacks 3 times if the target is Galadin. Oh my gosh, Eddie's up to 9 because we hurt him. Well, thank God that I have the Sky Keepers. So I have to swap spaces with him and become the target. Interesting. So the guy does move over, but then we're like that. Hey, Galadin can chase after now. And because of that, Bryn can use strategic defense. And since she's not the target, she's going to get +1 success and +1 surge. Oh my gosh. Okay. So 1 automatic, 2, 3, 4, +2 of those, and a surge. I don't think the technique applies. So I think it says 5 blocking, and then I guess 6, 7. Still takes 2 damage after all of that. But yeah, can you imagine if the guy had been hitting 3 times? That would have been terrible. Okay, yeah, the thief gets away, whatever. Are there more heroes? Then nope. Scholar's still fine. With no enemies nearby. Okay, can you just leave? Stop getting books. Oh, and Galadin has to stress a card. Alright. I guess I'll have Bryn go first, and then Galadin can go chasing after the guy. Let's go and do the Avenging Warhammer. +2 successes. See how that does. It's not a great roll. Let's re-roll it with the focus on Into the Fray. That's slightly better. So with Crushing, I can discard all conditions from a card. But I think whenever I do that, I still have to take the Fatigue. Okay, so that was 1, 2, 3, 4. And sadly, Galadin's not on the side that can give the supporting thing. 14. Oh, he's not weak. Nah, this is normal. Okay. And what the hey? Try again, I guess. Gosh, she is fatigued so much. Yeah, so there's no fatigue to even place that on. So that's just going to be 2 hits. Maybe Galadin can finish this guy off because she's clearly not going to. Jeez. Bryn's still got a maneuver, but I don't think she'll use it. Now, Galadin, let's try this out. Let me go 1, 2. I think he still has line of sight to that guy. Because that will get me to the sight token, and I have that multi-targeting ability with my bow, so maybe I can hit both of them. Oh my gosh, more stuff. 9A. The corridor that leads to the exit is stained with soot and blood. The Uthik fought their way in and now carved their way out once more. Okay, 9A, 7A, 3, 4. Oh my gosh. I'm running out of table here. Cinders drift on the air. The Uthik Elan leave a little bit of wreckage in their wake. Okay, I have to place a burning shelf and a small table, so I gotta put one of these burning tokens on top of the shelf. Alright. Oh, the fleeing Uthik thief snarls in frustration. Evidently, you follow more closely than she anticipated. She seizes a vial of fulminating liquid from her belt and hurls it at you. You must infect 6 cards, but oh my gosh, agility negates at least. Alright, good luck with that, Galadin. Oh, 5 +1, 6. Yay. That's right, throw all the bottles you want. I'll dodge them. Okay, the highlighted space, that's the end, is the Uthik's destination. Oh, but there's a gate. Thinking quickly, one of the tower's defenders drops a gate to bar the Uthik's passage. The thief howls with rage and commands her underlings to clear her path. Oh, she has more underlings? That's not good. Uh-oh. No, I don't want to hear about Chance. Okay, Chance leads a small pack of Uthik away before he vanishes. I'm just going to skim. Hello, who's there? Is that strange shadow again? What are you? The figure is still unlike Chance's own silhouette, which constantly twitches with his unease. What are you? Is the shadow's voice an echo, a memory? Chance can't be sure. Is he answering the shadow or himself? What indeed? I may have started as nothing more than the outlaw prince's own shadow, but I think I've done some real good in the world. I'm something more now. Something more. I guess so. I hope so. Yes, more than just a tool to be used and cast aside, more than just an extension of someone else. How Chance reacts? Okay. If what you do determines who you are, select Clever Paw. If what you feel defines you, I think what you do matters most, right? If you want to change who you are, you need to change what you do. It might always be work to be the person you want to be, but it will get easier. At least I sure hope so. Alright, I got Clever Paw. You test Insight or Will, add 1. When you discard an upgraded consumable, flip it to the non-upgraded side easier. That second part's really good. Now, I'm thinking, it says gain the following card, but I don't think I can actually use it right away. Because look, that's another experience, which means I'd be using 5 instead of 4. So I think I'm not going to take Farstrider anymore. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I think gain doesn't mean you actually get it for right now. I think it's for later, maybe. Okay, the battle rate is beyond the tower, and you try to join your allies. Okay, well, thank God. Oh, wait, where was the... Yeah, no, I did put the thief out. Okay. Oh, I should have read quick draw more carefully. It says flip your attack card, then attack another enemy, which means they would have to be in melee range. Oh well. All right, so Galadin will try to kill this guy. He'll expose him first. Then for his first actual attack, he'll attack, but let's add 2 successes automatically. So expose +2. Okay, 4 successes. Not bad. Because remember, expose and all those things go away at the end of the turn unless you doom them. Die. Yay! Oh, and that's right. I get something if I kill someone. I'll go look at that in a second. I got a parapet guard recipe. Nice. But yeah, not going to forget this time. After you defeat an enemy, I can shift 3 and discard 2 fatigue. Definitely going to pick those 2. See, I think I can get a boosted shout on this person. So 1, 2, 3. Sure. Well, let's actually be back here and shoot. Oh, wait. I can shoot 4. Okay, we'll shoot from here because then they should come towards me to attack anyway, right? And I will boost the attack because I can. And, oh, wait. You know what? I could have used that ability, I think, the other time. It's not that I can't use it when I'm not 3 or more away. It just costs more. So that was 2... 3, 4. 2 amazing, but let's see how it does. Hey, they haven't fully healed yet. Okay, there we go. And the enemy shifts 1 towards the highlighted space unless you stress a card. Sure, I'll stress a card. All right, I think that's it for both of us, right? Get rid of tokens. Okay, so attack in. Okay, once you get within 3 range. Attacking for 7, they have to infect and stress 1 or they move 1 away. Okay, so the attack for 7. Bryn can't help this time. Ooh, that was a good roll. So put it on quick draw now that I know that's not as good. But still 3. And I'll shift 1 away. Galadin can catch up pretty easily. Alright, and then the Mythic Thief moves forward towards the highlighted space. 3. Oh, they didn't actually get adjacent to the gate. That's good. The Haughty Thief casts her Spiteful Gaze at Bryn. Really? Bryn's way far away. Yet again, you fail to protect those who look to you for aid. How many more graves will you dig? Your cousin, your aunt, your fellow marshals. Bryn can see a perverse glee. How can you see each other? Dance across Yuthic's face. Who is next? Uncle Ronan? Galadin? Bryn focuses, stresses, and terrifies 1 card all at once. Wow. Terrify, by the way, causes persistent fatigue loss, which is great. That was it there, right? Oh, your enemies threaten the scholar. No, nobody's near the stupid scholar. The scholar's fine. Oh, the scholar is safe and finishes filling her backpack. We can each focus 2 cards. Great. Thank you for your help, heroes. I'll head upstairs and do what I can to save the book's fair. Safar waves cheerfully and heads up the stairs before you can stop her. She should be safe enough now that you've cleared the top of the Tower of Foes. I'll get rid of the fire on tile 6A. Alright. Okay, and then each here. Oh, that means Galadin has to stress 1. He is indeed within 2 of fire. Alright, hero phase again. Can I get over there? Let's have Galadin go first. At least he can do something. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not going to quite be in range. Alright, so you go here, I guess. Let's use his Vigor Potion to heal back up to 7. And then even though it's kind of a waste because the guy's not weak to it, I'll go ahead and use my bow. Boosted to have +2 successes. It's not too bad. It's kind of like the best we can do, isn't it? This is a terrible die. So that's 3 successes, 4. Ooh, I can prepare 1 card. Let's prepare a quick draw to get that one that like lets him support Bryn's attack later. What was that? That was 4 hits. All right. Oh, the enemy became exposed. That's good. Now that Bryn's going to get over here or anything. Oh, that's right. The enemy shifts 1 unless I stress 1. Sure, I'll stress another 1. Galadin is stressed out the max. Now Bryn, I mean, geez. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. She's helping. All right, that was it. Okay, resolve infection and terror, which does actually, yeah, she can't put 1 on that card, so she has to lose 1 instead. But then everyone can discard a fatigue. I guess she'll start working towards into the fray. Galadin, I don't know. Try to get Bewilder back to confuse somebody. Okay, and that's going to be Galadin. Oh my gosh, 9 damage. Okay, they move up to here. Oh, wait, Bryn, yes, is within 3. So she'll switch spots with him. She can't use strategic defense. And she's definitely going to get wounded, but one of the upgrades to her weapon, I forget if it's the hammer or the sword, makes her do more damage when she's wounded, so that's fine. So yeah, she would have blocked some damage. It's not enough. She'll become wounded and go back up to 14. And she will let herself shift 1 away because she doesn't want all that stuff. Hold on. Wound. Cautious. It just makes her get fatigued if she interacts, whatever. Okay, and they're moving 4. They are adjacent to the gate. The escape route is blocked. Even so, the metal bends under her fury. Who is this person? Okay. And no one's adjacent to fire, so that's fine. All right, so Galadin's going to go first. I'm going to expose her again. So I'm going to use Warrior's Breath as an action. Focus to prepare a card. Heal 1 for each thing on it. This is the same one Bryn used. Oh, picking Galadin himself. Yeah, it's focus. It's prepared. This is all gone. And then he'll go ahead, even though he's got a focus, he'll flip quick draw, which does cause him to take a fatigue somewhere, I guess here. And then for his actual maneuver, he'll get in range. And he'll attack with his bow with +1. Let's see how this goes. Oh, and first he is, of course, exposing the enemy. Okay, then that's fine. He can prepare a card. Now let's prepare the bow because the person is not weak against it. So that's 4 successes. Then we got outflank ready. Oh, and since the enemy has a status, that's right. We can also do this and shift 1. Or let's doom them so they'll keep on being exposed. I like that better. All right, so let's cover all this. They are exposed. Then they're also doomed. And then I'm also doing 4. Okay, man. Gosh, I only did 6 damage with all that. That's not good. And then Bryn, sadly, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Has to use all of her actions to get next to him. Or sorry, all but 1 action. Then she can attack, use her Warhammer for +2 successes. I'll use outflank to give her a blue die. Come on, big money. That's pretty good. Can we add a fatigue anywhere? I guess I'll into the fray. So that's 5, 6, 7. Although he's weak to slashing, not to hammers. Okay, that was a nice hit. And yeah, I'm gonna just let him shift because he can't get any closer. I don't know if I can choose to not do anything with it. So we'll stop there. We'll just discard 1. Okay, so that's gonna be Bryn. And Bryn can certainly shift 1 away, so that doesn't matter. But it is 9 attack. That's, you know what? Let's use Bryn's Guardian Potion. Before your and adjacent hero's defense, ignore the attack. Boom. You don't attack anybody. And yes, they're adjacent to the gate. Thief continues to run and tear at the iron. She's nearly free. Jeez, I don't think I'm gonna be able to stop her in time. What? A new flayed guy? Whatever, we don't care about you. All right, no one's adjacent to fire. Let's go. All right, so we're gonna have Galden go first. I'm gonna do this, so it does add 1 fatigue somewhere. Oh man, is it gonna have to go on outflank? Or can it go on the weapon itself? I'm not really sure. Let's say it goes on the weapon. Okay, so then he'll move up and attack. So the enemy has a status effect, so it's only gonna cost 1. That's 2 stars. It's Slash and Umbros. +2 stars. Nope, we'll reroll that. +2 stars. There we go. 4 stars. And with this, since they have the thing, 5 stars and sure, doom them. Yeah, they should still be exposed. There we go. So what was it all together? 5 and weak. Each hero may shift 2 and prepare 1. That sounds pretty good. The enemy is dazed. Move each enemy 1 space away from you. Nope. Okay, none of that other stuff happens. We're not gonna worry about that. Man, gotta say that worked out pretty great. Let's see a little bit of that again. So here we go. Do I have anywhere? Not if I'm gonna use outflank. I'm gonna reroll that. I didn't have anywhere to put the fatigue. Ah, darn it. Okay, we just won't use it. So we get this for free. So that's whatever. Prepare something 2. 3, 4. And yeah, I think we'll be good after this. Oh, he's got 3 life left. That's fine. Let's just have Bryn finish him off. Just for extra destruction, so that's +2. And outflank, since they are in range, it's going to be a blue die. We've got a billion-T rerolls. Oh, because that was terrible. Okay, so we'll use 2 of these. Reroll both of those. Jeez. We'll reroll the black die. Okay, so that's 3, 4, 5. Do we have anywhere to put a fatigue? No, actually, we don't. So we can't do that, but that'll be 6. Discard all conditions from a card. Yeah, way more than enough, I think. Boop, 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 boop. And you are dead. Yay. The Uthuk Thief staggers under the force of your attacks before she snarls and snatches a flask from her belt. Your teeth are sharp, I'll give you that, but I will not fail on my task. What are you doing? She crushes the flask in her hand, and a noxious Ebon fog begins to claw at your eyes and ears. Each hero within 2 infects scars and stresses 1 card. Why? When you shake the biting fog clear from your eyes, you see the thief striking the iron gate with a renewed frenzy, using her own toxic blood to corrode the iron. Why is she not dead? The metal gate that prevents the thief's escape falls under assault. As her underlings rush through the gate, she... Did I not defeat her? Why do you do this, games? It's not fun to have enemies spawn and then let them get away. Alright. What? Beyond the center gate, you see the great stone face of King Dakan looking down upon you, urging you to stand and fight on. The defensive walls that lie ahead are adorned with countless statues. If you can drive the Uthuk from this place, those walls will stand strong once more. Oh my... Okay. I think we might just stop here. Yes, it is a cool new thing. You can climb onto the statue. I guess they wanted to show it off. And okay. Yeah, so you know what? We're going to stop there, y'all, because this is definitely longer and more sprawling than I thought it would be for the first scenario. But hopefully you got a taste of some of the new stuff. And here, I'm not going to call this a review because, again, this is the first scenario I've played, but let me give some thoughts on what I'm seeing so far. So the game is still heavily based on the app. I mean, that shouldn't surprise anybody. They weren't going to change it. You are in the app constantly. So if you don't like that, or if you don't have like a nice big screen to cast it to, or an iPad or something, then you might want to stay away because it's really tough to do this from just a phone. The game has taken its heavy emphasis on 3D elements and gone even farther with the new like great pillars and other things they've added. They can make it even more vertical and more sprawling. That's going to be totally based on your preference. I know some people totally love the 3D aspect. Like my kids came in and saw me playing this and were like, "Dad, that's like playing a video game." For me, it's definitely felt like a lot just to like kind of put it all out and set it all up and get everything. I mean, it's pretty sturdy. Don't get me wrong. Like all the stuff I set up is hanging together, but yeah, it's just a ton to clean up and set up. And then finally, looking at the characters, if you're like me and didn't finish Act 1, I think you might find it fun. I certainly did, to have a ton of stuff unlocked and have a lot of abilities to use. These were the coolest the characters have felt to me because I never got to that deep into the campaign, so I didn't get to see them like kind of using all their bells and whistles. And the fact that you're going to get like legends and more stuff is even neater. Although I don't love that the legends seem to cost experience, so to like equip them, you have to not equip other stuff. Although I'm assuming they'll give you more XP to use it. But if it's like the original campaign, they'll probably slow play that and really like slowly dole out more XP. So I don't know how quickly you'll grow super strong or not. But yeah, I like the new abilities of the characters. They are more interesting. There are cooler combos, and I expect that'll kind of increase as you go through the rest of the game. So yeah, sorry I didn't quite finish the scenario. I just didn't have the stamina for it. But hopefully that gives you a bit of an idea of what to expect if you're going into Act 2. You can certainly play without ever having beaten Act 1, if that floats your boat. And it does kind of give you a nice intro into the story. And again, just boost your character to a crazy level right away, which might be overwhelming or might be fun. But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Good gaming, and I'll see you at the next stop.